So thank you for joining us today as Managing Director of Medacta. It's great to hear from you. So tell us a little bit more about your role here at Medacta.
Okay, so my role at Medacta, so I am Managing Director. I oversee all aspects of the business, sales, marketing, finance and logistics. So it's a great role. It's a lot of fun. Work with a lot of great people. I was promoted in this role in 2012 actually, so I joined the company in 2008 as a sales rep and then sort of progressed to sales management and was offered this very unique and very privileged position, I think, in 2012 and been here ever since.
Excellent, thank you, Tony. Okay, so Tony, you've been here 16 years. I'm sure You've seen a lot change in that time. What have you seen change and grow?
Look, it's been an amazing journey actually. So when I first joined, there was 3 employees working at Medacta, and so I mean, what have we seen change? We've seen Medacta become a serious player in the market. We've adopted a real market presence, and I've seen the organisation grow. Not only with our core joint portfolio, but we've also introduced a spine portfolio and sports medicine and shoulder in recent times as well. So there's been growth all around with people, product and presence. We've grown from 3 when I joined the organisation in 2008 and we're now at 123 as of about 2 weeks ago.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so Tony, what are you most proud about what Medacta have achieved during this time?
Wow, that's a very good question. There's a lot of proud moments over the last 16 years. I guess disrupting the market through innovation has been something that's been quite special about Medacta. And we've also introduced products and surgical techniques into the market in a very responsible fashion through some significant investments and efforts in medical education. So that has allowed us to, I guess, earn the trust of our clients. Working in medical devices is a very privileged position, and the Australian Orthopaedic Association surgeons are very hard markers, so you've got to make sure that you've got your products and techniques and education in line. Probably the most thing I'm proud of is people that have joined the organisation and come on this journey with me early on, and watching them develop, make a name for themselves in the industry and become successful. It's interesting. We spend so much time at work, and for people to select Medacta as that place to spend all of that time and develop their careers, it's definitely a proud moment.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, that's really true, Tony. Everybody we speak to who works with you have really been able to demonstrate how they've grown and developed in their careers during their time here, and you've got really long tenure to back that, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony, you've been with Medacta a long time. What's driven your loyalty to Medacta?
I would love to say money, but that's not it. That's not it, although the Siccardi family do look after me. I think that quite honestly, I'm a loyal person, and the Siccardi family gave me a very unique and privileged opportunity to join Medacta at the ground level and have helped me develop my career and offered me a position of Managing Director very early on in my career. And that's not something that I'll forget.
Oh, I think that's amazing, and again, you're a testament to show how Medacta actually really develop people, especially like you, so that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing that really keeps me loyal to Medacta is the people. As we've spoken about, I've invited well over 150 people into the organisation, and I make a personal commitment to them when I offer them a role, and so I'd like to stick around for as long as I can to fulfil that commitment.
That's awesome. So Tony, what do you think makes Medacta a great place to work?
Wow, so I would have to say it's people. Without doubt, makes it a great place to work. The products are fantastic, the strategies are excellent. And I think the honesty and transparency that you experience here at Medacta from senior management makes it an amazing place to work. I think the other thing is too, Medacta's been very successful over the years, both in Australia and internationally, and it's always great to be on a winning team. Absolutely.
Okay, so Tony, what do you think makes Medacta different to the other medtech companies on the market?
Okay. Look, Medacta's a very unique company. It was when it was founded and still remains very much a family-owned company. So we have this small company mentality in terms of providing service and listening to our clients, but with large company vision. So it's quite unique in that sense. It's also very unique that us as employees and our clients have direct access to the CEO, if need be, the head of R&D in Switzerland. So there's a very personal relationship, I would say, between all of senior management and the staff and our clients. So it's quite unique in that way.
That's very unique.
And I guess Medacta also takes a different approach, perhaps, in we don't just supply products, we form partnerships with our surgeons. We like to understand what their needs are, what their patients' needs are, and do our best to deliver on that. And I think probably the most unique thing about Medacta is that we don't sell products, we sell medical education, we sell innovation, we sell patient outcomes, which are all very, very important to us. And with a successful sale of those key things, the products sell themselves, and we form very strong relationships.
So we talk to a lot of experienced salespeople in the market. What do you think Medacta particularly do that help salespeople be successful in their role?
Again, good question. Thank you. Look, I think that comes from the top. We've got, our CEO, the owner of the company, everybody at various levels are very much involved in the business. So if a junior sales representative wanted the CEO of Medacta International to attend a meeting, he would go. And so that as part of our culture is certainly within all the layers of the organisation. So, no job is too small.
That's great. That's really unique. So
Can you tell us more about the culture at Medacta?
Look, that's a great question, and it's probably the question I get asked most when we're interviewing potential candidates here at Medacta. Look, Medacta, we hold 5 values very, very close to our heart. Integrity, trust and accountability, teamwork, of course, teamwork is always very, very important. Results orientation, and most importantly, we have the value of loyalty. And loyalty is not just about tenure. It's loyalty to your clients, it's loyalty to your brand, it's loyalty to your colleagues and employees, just to make sure that you've got their back the whole time. And I think that everyone here at Medacta feels like their back is well and truly covered. The whole thing about culture and definitions and organisational culture, there's so many different variations and I guess definitions of that. And I really prescribe to a definition by Dino Watt. So in 2020, Dino Watt described culture as the magnification of a personal belief or commitment that, when taken on by other people, forms a culture. And Medacta, I'm not sure if you're aware, but it's a very unique company in that it was actually founded by a patient. So Dr. Alberto Siccardi, before he started Medacta, actually had a number of orthopaedic procedures himself. And from that, he saw the benefits of orthopaedic surgery and decided that he wanted to form a company that really focused in on patients. And so with that in mind, when we take all of those values, and here at Medacta, if we ensure that we act in the best interest of the patient on every single occasion, you can't do anything wrong. You can't do anything wrong, and you won't be questioned about your culture or your conduct here.
So we talk to people all the time in the market who are intrigued by Medacta. In your opinion, if they're thinking about making this change, what top 3 things make this a no-brainer from your perspective?
Wow, top 3. Okay, I'll need to think about that a little bit. We're a simple company. I think what you see is what you get at Medacta. There's a great deal of honesty and a great deal of integrity here. And if we are in the interviewing process and we make representations to any candidate during that process, we'll make sure that we follow through on those. So that's very, very important. When you join Medacta, you'll get excellent best-in-class training that will enable you to be successful in the role that you're appointed to within the organisation. And I think the third thing, as a senior manager, what I try to instill in my senior managers is that we have a responsibility to our employees, and that responsibility is to develop them and prepare them for the next role. And many people within the organisation have had the ability to develop into new roles and sometimes even write their own script. And together we've created roles within the organisation that suit their skill set and their interests. And they can grow and develop with Medacta. Unfortunately, it's never pleasant, but when you work really hard at developing people for the next role, sometimes that role doesn't exist within your organisation. And on some occasions, we've had to shake hands and write the best reference we can for people to allow them to grow and to take on the next aspect of their career. What is really refreshing, I must say, Medacta is now mature. We're about 15 years old. And a lot of those people that joined us as rookies, developed at Medacta, then went off and developed another set of skills, have actually come back to Medacta, 4 in particular in the last 18 months. And so that's really refreshing to know that people trust the company enough that they would actually come back to work for the organisation.
Definitely, that's huge, so that's great. Okay, so Tony, what are you excited about for your team, for the company and for your customers over the next 5 years?
Wow, look, I guess much of the same, to be perfectly honest. It's interesting how Medacta and the Siccardi family seem to back the right horse every time. So we've got some great strategies, some great products that will be maturing over the next 5 years. So it'll be fantastic to watch them develop and take market share. I think we're also looking at different ways of selling our products by really focusing in on personalised medicine for patients, so treating patients as individuals rather than as a group or a herd, and that's very, very important. I think over the next few years we'll see that in the industry, and Medacta is certainly at the pointy end of that. We're also very excited about developing different product portfolios. Historically, we've been a hip company that then was a hip and knee company. Now we're a spine company, we're a sports medicine company, and we're a shoulder company as well. So there's a lot of new product lines that we'll develop over the next 5 years, and it'll be great to see them grow and hopefully have the same impact that we've had with our hips and knees.
That's really exciting.